Hello and welcome to XALT Ministries. Today we're going to look at Beloved by Jordan Feliz. The song is going to be done in the key of D. We're just going to be using basic D chords for this. We're not going to do capo or anything special for that. We also have a pretty simple strum pattern. I also have an alternative strum pattern as well, so there's two different ones that you can use for this. Real quick, let's get right to the chords. If you don't know your key of D chords, you soon will learn, I should say, a set that'll be quite easy to play for this. So let's look at that, and then we can get to the strum pattern and the B and your chord progression and so on and so forth. Alrighty, everybody, let's take a look at the chords for this. Sorry for my camera being out of focus. It doesn't cooperate well in this mode. Anyways, so we're doing this in key of D. We're going to be looking at, and we get up close here, we're going to be looking at what's called a D2, an A sus2, a G2, and then a standard B minor. That's the official names of these chords, even though I'm only going to refer to them as the basic D, A, G, B minor. And also there is an F sharp minor as well in this. And I'll show you another way to play it that'll help with the tone. So real quick, your first chord we're going to look at is going to be the D2. We're just going to call it D in this case. We're going to mute the top two strings. So what you're going to be playing is a mute, mute. Oops, there. Mute, mute, open, 2, 3, open. That's going to be your D or D2, however you want to refer to it. Next one, we'll go to the A2, which is going to take this finger, go up here, and we're going to put this string over. That's going to be your A2. This note, we're going to keep this note the same as always. So that way you have, and actually be the bottom two because your open string is well below it. That way it kind of keeps a similar tone throughout the whole song. Well, most worship songs are actually kind of written like that. So we have like your D, A2, G2, and then the F sharp minor. They all got that in them. So we got the D2, and now the A sus2, or you'll just call it A in this case. It's going to be a mute, open, 2, 2, 3, open. Alright, and now let's go to the G2. Now if I'm going with this too fast, that's okay. You can always go back and rewind. Or just go back in time. Rewind's kind of like a VCR thing. Alright, so now we can go from the D2, we got the A sus2, and now we're going to the G2, we're just going to call it G, but its official name G2. And that's going to be a 3, 2, open, open, 3, open. So it's like a standard G, you're just taking your ring finger and you're coming up a string. Okay? And then from here, the F sharp minor is kind of the oddball in this one. Oh, we also have the B minor. Let's do that first. The B minor is just like your A. You're actually going to just switch the one finger up one and still mute in top. So it's going to be a mute, 2, open, 2, 3, open. So that does it for your basic four chords of D. So you have D, A, B minor, and G. Now let's look at the oddball, which is the F sharp minor. Now because I'm using my ring finger for this is why it's a little harder to do, because I have to hold this, and then if I really had good, well, maybe I do. Yeah, not with my pinky so much. Your normal F sharp minor looks like this. But we want to use this finger and keep those notes the same. So we hit this. Alright, so during the song I use the standard F sharp minor because I haven't quite got this part into the muscle memory because I only use it during this key and it's not very often I use it. So if you're practicing this, I would highly recommend you get used to doing a muscle memory for this version of the F sharp minor because it will sound so much better than just playing the standard and playing this. Okay. Anyways, it's going to be a mute, 4, 4, 2, open, open, or 3 open, depending on how you want to play it. Okay, and that'll be with 5 chords. So you have the D, A, B minor, G2, and then F sharp minor. Okay. Alright, now that we got the 5 chords, let's get back to the song, see what strum pattern, we got 2 strum patterns for this one actually, and then we get the chord progression, so on and so forth. Alright, so now that we're back, and you're looking at your B minor, your G, your D, and your A, which is actually your progression that you're going to play for the intro. So and then you also have that F sharp minor, and if you want to, you can add that extra note. That'll make it sound a lot better in the song. Personally, for me, I do not have the muscle memory to transition to that F sharp minor, so I just play a standard one, and then try to walk myself back to a B minor. For now, because it's just hard. It's hard for me to transition from the F sharp minor to the B minor because your entire hand formation changes. All right. So on the intro, you're going to the B minor, G, D, A. So you have and you're just gonna go through that one. So you have B minor, G, D, and A. After the first verse, your chord progression from there is going to change to B minor, G, D, and then that F sharp minor. F sharp minor will only be included in the verses. It will not be included in the bridge or the chorus or anything like that. So your progression is going to be like head full of questions in B minor to G. How can you measure up? D. To deserve affection to the F sharp minor. Nice part is going from that D to F sharp minor, you have your D here, and the F sharp minor, you take these two fingers and you're just going to walk them up here. So this finger is a nice anchor to use from that D to F sharp minor. So you have to deserve affection, to ever be enough. And this is the part where I have to walk myself almost back from F sharp minor to B minor, and I do that by walking to a D, then back to a B minor, and trying to do it before my strum pattern kind of catches back up with me. So what I do here is I take my F sharp minor, and then I walk back to the D, which puts me at that anchor note that I can flip these fingers to my B minor. So when I go from B minor to G to D and then F sharp minor, it always seems to be these two fingers, literally the chord of the D2, that will help me walk back, because it's hard for me to go from this to like this. My hands is used to the anchor point. So I kind of have to walk myself back. So if you hear me not play the B minor completely on spot, is because I'm trying to walk back really fast and somehow I don't get it. So hopefully by playing this song more and more, you can start to develop your patterns so your hands can get that muscle memory to switch right back off. So let's go back to your first verse before I get too much of blabbering. On your first verse, remember it's B minor, G, D, F sharp minor. It's in the chord sheet that's attached below as well. So you have head full of questions, how could you measure up to deserve affection, to ever be enough for this existence, why did it get so hard? So you can see me doing that walk back. So I go from here and I go like this and then walk. Alright? And it says, it's like your heart is beating, alive and breathing, there's a reason why you are essential, not accidental, you should realize. Okay, now let's go through it with strum pattern. I will put both patterns up here. The top pattern is the one I'm going to use right now, and then I'll go through the first verse again using the second pattern. You can decide whichever one you want. First one is actually a half measure pattern. You just double it to make it the full measure, and always when you start new patterns, always do it muted. So you have 1, 2 and 4 and. So you have 1, 2 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and. If you want to play like you're playing 3, you can do 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, and that's just your down strum. So if you incorporate your up strums in, you have 1, 2 up, 3, and then 1, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 1, 2 up, 4 up, 1, 2 up, 4 up. All right, and then you can practice it, and then you can transition right into it. So if you could do it quickly enough, if you can go from mute to your strings, it'll sound like this. So if I go through first verse, it's going to sound like this. Life full of questions, how could you measure up to deserve affection, to ever be enough for this existence, when did it get so hard? And then if I go into the chorus, if you want to hear the strum pattern in the chorus, your strum pattern changes. The only thing that really changes is that F sharp minor now, that last chord that you play on that progression now turns into an A. And that's what you're going to play throughout the whole thing. So you have, you are beloved, I wanted you to know you are beloved, let it soak into your soul, forget the lies you heard, rise above the hurt, listen to these words, you are beloved. Like I said, I'm going from B minor, G, D, A. That's going to be your new progression. So your intro progression and your chorus progression are going to be exactly the same. Same as your verse progression is just F sharp minor instead of the A at the end. Now on the chorus, on the part where it goes from chorus where it says you are beloved and it goes you hoo, and that part is added, you go back to, and actually you just continue your strum pattern. So he goes like this. You are beloved. So you just continue it. And then just pretty much keep, now you can say other things if you want. You can say, if you go from the B minor, you are beloved. You are beloved. You are beloved. You are beloved. And you can do it in different ways. So we go into verse 2, and we already know what the chord progression is from the first verse. It's the same for the second one. So you have, sometimes the heart can feel like a heavy weight. And then also, I did not do the other pattern in the first verse. So let me go back real quick to the first verse and do that second pattern. So the second pattern is going to sound like this. Head full of questions, how could you measure up to deserve affection? Never be enough. This is, now I'm already trying to go back to the one. For this existence, when it gets so hard, your heart is beating, alive and breathing, and you're a reason why you are essential, not accidental. You should realize you're beloved. I wanted you to know you are beloved. So that's what the other strum pattern sounds like. I'm personally going to use the first one. The second one, if you listen to the beat of the song, is actually what the song requires. I just like playing the first one instead. So we go through the second verse. Come out of the chorus and out of the, or they call the tagline, the extended chorus, whatever you want to call it. It goes, you are beloved. Sometimes the heart can feel like a heavy weight, those you wonder, you just fall away. Is anybody gonna hear you call? Whoa. But there's a purpose under the surface, you don't have to drown out. Let me remind you that hope will find you, let it lift you out. You are beloved. Rise above the hurt, listen to these words, you are beloved. I wanted you to know. And now that we're out of the second verse, we're back into the chorus again. Instead of going to the tagline, he goes right to the bridge. So that's what we're going to do. Your bridge progression is completely different. It's G, A, B minor, D. So real quick, we'll just go through it. And it starts right on the chord, so there's no delay of the lyrics after the chord. It's up right on your first strum. So you start on that G, and it goes, don't be afraid, don't let hope fade, say, don't let hope fade, keep your eyes fixed, that's a B minor, so you have G, don't be afraid, A, don't let hope fade, B minor, keep your eyes fixed on the light above D, above, and then you're going to repeat the chords again. So you have G, In the heartbreak, in your mistakes, A. In your mistakes, nothing can separate, B minor, nothing can separate you from love, A. Love. So we have, don't be afraid, don't let hope fade, keep your eyes fixed on the light above. In the heartbreak, in your mistakes, nothing can separate you from love. And I like to do it a second time, so if I do it a second time, just repeat it. But coming out of that, you're going to go right back into the chorus again, and then we'll kind of finish the song up. He does the bridge a second time. When I have it down a couple octaves from what Jordan Feliz is doing, for me, I end it on the tagline of the "You Who You Are Beloved," and that's how I like to end it instead of doing the bridge. So if I just go back into the chorus, you are beloved, wanted you to know you are beloved, let us soak into your soul, forget the lies you heard, rise above the hurt, listen to these words, you are beloved, I wanted you to know you are beloved, you are beloved, you are beloved, you are beloved, you are beloved. Now in this, you can end it on whatever chord you feel comfortable with. In a nutshell, that's how to play Beloved by Jordan Feliz. The two different patterns, you can take a pick which one you want. Using basic key chords for the key of D plus the added F sharp minor. Once again, like I said, if you can play it with that added note, it'll sound so much better because it'll come in with the same tone as the rest of the chords. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll have more videos coming, and have a blessed day.